wish I put a hat on. YOLO. I think I had the same mug last week. It's another week on another channel that is the natural ones. I don't know what that was. Welcome to this week's recap for The Natural Ones. Episode 32, The Wailing City. Not to be confused. I can't even say the joke. It's not even that funny of a joke. I was gonna make a La Llorona joke. It's early. It's an early morning. The morning after the elephant raid, the Mountain Dews went out for some recon before heading into the barrier. They conducted interviews with the Denzians of the hospital camp for any information that they could give them. Korhal was an ancient city that had been built upon a large deposit of lodestones. This live vein allowed the town to grow into a research city, complete with silver buildings for the magical conduction purposes, and, apparently, a new water filtration system. However, this had depleted the supply of lodestones, which led to the blighting of the land. At least, partially.
Maybe you don't know this about me. You probably don't. We just met. I really like the world around me. I really like the land. And I don't think you're telling me the truth. The land feels very much like there's more than just it's changing, because it's changing. And I feel like you're hiding something from me, and I know we just met, but I'm trying to save the people in your town. We all are. We're willing to die for them. And I think that the more you can tell us, the better it would be. Please, and thank you. You're welcome also.
Though they were able to find out quite a bit about the city itself, there was precious little information about the creatures, nor the origins of the plague. People had turned quickly and all over the city, though the center of the town seemed to be hit the worst. The citizens explained that though slow-moving, these blobs packed a powerful punch. One instant of contact spelled destruction for the victim. Their screams and weird song was enticing and paralyzing, and no one seemed to actually know how to kill them. So Lolly broke off alone to search for any word of Raucus, the halfling that Moral had asked her to look out for. Sadly, the news wasn't promising. With the reconnaissance done, there was nothing left for the Dews but to suit up and get inside the barrier. Rose saw them off and promised to regularly check in on them. Namus pulled her aside to give her a special letter, just in case their stay was permanent. Once inside the barrier, the air was eerily silent and still. Silent, that is, until they reached the wall. A long, mournful wail pierced the silence and into their minds. Luckily, everyone managed to shake off the influence, except for Click Whistle.
The rest of you see her just sort of start to fly. Very gently, putting her wings to, and at this point she's about 10 feet in the air as she's heading towards the city wall and above it.
After that, the Dews tied themselves together and advanced as stealthily as they could. They weren't in the city long before they were finally confronted with the creatures. These piles of gristle, gore, and skin slowly shuffled the streets of Korhal. They quickly sniffed out the Dews' presence and let out their paralyzing scream, which affected everyone but two. With a fully statuified team, Nameless and Philip faced their first encounter with the blobs alone. Although they were able to repel the creatures, Philip was caught in the leg by a stray fleshy appendage during the battle. Being of naturally stout and disease-immune stock, Philip was able to shake off the effects of the disease.
There's something about the nature of your bond with ROI and this resistance, this natural immunity to diseases. Out from those puncture wounds in your leg pop like these little kind of like eggs, but just like these like little like if you could imagine like tapioca balls but full of pus, just like
boba.
After the creatures were vanquished, the rest of the Dews were eventually unparalyzed, and they continued deeper into the city and what horrors it held. What awaits the Dews deeper in the streets of Korhal? Will they survive or be fleshy blobs themselves? Find out what happens this week on The Natural Ones. Will they survive or be fleshy blobs themselves? Find out this week on The Natural Ones. The fleshy bobs. Fleshy bobs? Just Bob Saget's.